Iceland's another world, dude.
The only thing I really knew about Iceland other than... Wait, what?
Did you miss me?
Oh my God, like a hole in the head.
Oh, so I decided, you'll see this if you're watching on YouTube, but I'm going to catch some behind the scenes of some of our filming today. So my perspective of Joe, filming of the camera. I just want to grab some behind the scenes of behind the scenes.
That's what we're usually good for, depending on what
it's
we're
pretty
filming.
much the only thing that we're good for.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, so I was gone. I was in Iceland. You did my crumble cookie Monday. I was so surprised by your rankings. I just wanted to reflect on that.
I knew.
It caught me off guard. Pumpkin was number 3, and it's funny because we just did our pumpkin episode like 2 weeks ago, or by the time you see this, it'll be like 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And you're not a pumpkin kind of gal. But you ranked pumpkin pretty high.
I think it was because I had the red velvet already. Okay. And it was like, it wasn't super pumpkin-y.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just drinking the Kool-Aid that day.
I think so. And then I saw the chocolate and I was like, definitely number 1. And then it wasn't. It was peaches and cream. Peaches and cream. It
was good. I think it was good because it was chilled. Okay. It just made it so much better.
All right.
It was cold.
You picked out all 5 cookies.
Yeah, so is 5 like the new number? What the fuck is going on?
They got rid of the sugar and now they're making like one extra one so that people buy like the extra cookie. I haven't been drinking that Kool-Aid. I'm like, no, can't afford to keep buying 5 cookies every single week.
No, it was like almost like $20 or something.
That's what I mean. So it's like I do the 4, that's it.
How do you pick the 4 then?
Whatever the last one is, I just don't get it.
Okay.
Unless there's something I really want to try, then I grab that one.
I know. I was so thrown off.
And I'll nick out like one of the basic ones. Like I almost got today, there was cake batter. I almost nixed that to get or I was going to get that and nix the chocolate peanut butter chip, but I know that would have been your favorite. So I wanted you.
You should have nixed the pistachio. That was trash.
that wasn't bad. That was pretty good.
No, sir.
That wasn't bad.
No, sir.
So what did you do this past week?
Oh my God. I don't even remember. I did crumble cookies.
Yep.
I made sure I got that out of the way.
You worked a lot.
I went to the Celtics preseason game on Sunday.
Did you really?
Yeah. Oh. Then I did your crumble cookie. I worked all week, by the way. And then I filmed at the Greatest Bar on Thursday night.
Yep.
Filmed at the Greatest Bar on Friday night.
Yeah.
Had a game dinner on Saturday. And watched the Redskins win. It was a roller coaster game, but we won. And now here we are. That was my week. It was like fairly busy. It actually like kind of flew by.
Okay.
In a way.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing for you?
It's probably a good thing because there's just so much fucking shit on my plate right now. It's good. Like once this week is over, I'll feel a lot better too.
What are you doing after this week? Do you have Halloween plans? Well, actually, by the time this airs, you would have already done them.
That is true. The Halloween plans would have already happened. I think I'm going around with I feel like I'm trying so hard to not get fucking distracted here.
I don't think this is working.
No, you can. It's just
I just trying to a few clips.
No, it's fine. I'm trying so hard to fucking ignore it, but it's like it's not even like when somebody's on their phone, you're like, all right, they're just like kind of like half paying attention. You're like, I know you're filming me. And it's just
sorry.
It's one thing if I was looking directly at the phone, I'm like, oh hey, but I'm looking at you and that's there and that's there.
Honestly, I should have just put this up like on a tripod type deal, but I just don't have it. But that's okay. We'll do it for next time.
We can do that, but it's you're gonna do it for like you're gonna run it for an hour.
Oh, true. No, I don't want to do that.
But we can do that.
Okay.
Next time.
Okay.
Well, actually, we could do it right now, but that's up to you.
No, I'll do it.
I'll just try to fucking ignore this. Halloween. I'm going around with cheese and the kids.
Best friend cheese.
Best friend cheese and the kids.
Best friend cheese.
So that's what I'll be doing. What
about you? I'm going to Nick's friend's Halloween party.
On Halloween?
I think it's, no, not on Halloween, but I will be on Halloween. I'll pass out candy the weekend before, so that like Saturday before there's a Halloween party. But I think Halloween's on a Tuesday, so I will be passing out kids to the passing out candy to the
You're
children.
gonna get canceled.
Passing out children to the passing
Oh
out
my
candy.
God! You're passing out candy to the kids.
Passing out candy to the kids.
Oh.
But the problem is I heard from my apartment neighbors that they don't really get kids. So I'm hoping that my really cool like wreath attracts the kids to come to the door, and the skeleton.
Why don't you go to mom's house?
I know I might just do
there.
that.
I mean, because then you're gonna look like the fucking weirdo sitting out
I'm
front.
just
Like, come on,
sitting
kids.
come here.
Come on.
Come on. Come get candy.
Yeah.
I just want them to come by so badly.
Maybe you should go to mom's, post up, maybe get some dinner and pass out candy over there. At least it's like
busy. It's busy over there because
It should be
it's a
busy,
neighborhood over there. Yeah.
right.
I was gone. I was in Iceland. Iceland's another world, dude.
The only thing I really knew about Iceland other than wait, what? Are you fucking kidding me?
That's why I have this.
Nah.
I swear to God.
Dude, what? did this go on the gram already?
No, I waited to tell you. No. I waited to tell you before I could put it on the gram. You were
wow.
The day it happened.
Dude, I'm
I called,
actually shocked.
The day it happened, I FaceTimed you. I wanted to tell you so badly, and I was like, I have to wait for a pod episode. Mom knew back in July, and she tried to call you a billion times, but she
knew what?
She knew. So Nick took my parents out. So this is what the episode's actually about. I'm engaged because no one can see it.
We need I need a good sound for this.
Do we have an applause?
I feel like I'm gonna hit the wrong one unintentionally.
It's gonna be like boo.
Oh no. No, I swear I don't know how these are programmed. Fuck.
No.
We're gonna roll with that one. We're gonna roll with that one for now.
Okay, so this was actually for mom.
Wait, so
hold on. Mom wanted your reaction, so she wanted, when we were just talking on the phone, she wanted me to give you the cookie with it in my hand, but I said no. I need to catch it on the podcast.
Oh shit!
I wanted to tell you so badly, and I was like, I guess I'm gonna wait until I get home, which was honestly good for me because I didn't want to post. I'm going to stop this now. Sure. I didn't want to post it on the gram because I knew it was in the beginning of the trip. So I knew that it would be like people would call me. I would have friends, family. I kind of wanted to just enjoy it with Nick and like shout out Heather. Everyone that was there. And so she's actually anxiously anticipating this episode because I told her, she's like, did you tell Joe? And I was like, no, I'm going to tell him in person.
Oh man.
And so I told Margaret knows. So we were just trying to hold it from you. Cause I was like, should I try to do a podcast as soon as I get back on Sunday? And it was just, everything was so busy yesterday that I was like, okay, I have to do it on Monday, which is why I said, can we not do a Halloween episode?
Oh, okay. This is how much I fucking pay attention. How did you do? Were you wearing that the whole time?
No, I took it off. I just put it back on. I took it off.
But like when we were sitting here before you just did that, I didn't even.
No,
I'm not even paying attention.
I had it off, and then I put it on like as soon as you started it, and I had my hand like this.
Yeah, sneaky motherfucker. I was gonna say, like, am I that fucking aloof?
No,
that I didn't see it.
Yeah. So my mom wanted to tell you. So Nick took my parents out back in July for breakfast to ask for permission, and so my mom has known since July, and she said, I wanted to call Joe. I couldn't tell anybody. It was so hard to tell, and I wanted to tell Joe, but then I was worried that Joe would like tell you or so, and I was like, Joe wouldn't have done that anyways. But this just made it so much better because then I just caught you completely off guard.
Yeah, I just completely shocked. Congrats, by the way.
I mean, I was caught off guard if I'm being honest.
All right, so how did it break this down? How did it happen?
We'll just talk about the whole trip rather.
Go ahead.
So I got in Friday. Friday night we left. It was technically a red eye because we arrived at 2 a.m. our time, but it was 6 a.m. there. Went into, I think it's like the capital. It's Reykjavik. It's beautiful. They have the Rainbow Road there that the Beatles used. So we visited that the first day and went to go see like a famous church that they have there. And that was all fine and well. Finally got the okay to go to the Airbnb. Our Airbnb was like beautiful. It was.
Oh yeah, I saw some of it.
Yeah.
It was fucking huge.
It's huge. So there were like little signs that I just kept missing from my friends. Because
wait, they all knew?
They all knew. They've known since. Technically, he had the idea back when I left for my thing in January.
Yeah.
He told them at a party that he had the idea. And then he went to go grab the ring with one of my best friend's husbands. So they all knew since like June.
Dang, I'm a little upset, Nicholas. How come I wasn't in the fucking know?
Well, part of it was so that I could surprise. So
That's
I wanted
fair.
to surprise, I wanted to surprise certain people, and especially since I couldn't do it with the cat for you.
Yeah.
When
this is a better surprise than the cat, by the way. Just saying.
So, so we got to the house. It was beautiful. There's so many bedrooms. I got to so we split up into 2 cars because there was 4 people and 4 people. So it was 8 total. So in my car, I had my friend Marissa and her husband, George. And when we got there, Heather's husband, he's a speedy dude. So he gets to everywhere like faster than my friend Marissa's husband. He's like a dad driving, like 10-2, like whatever. So we got there later. And when we got there, they were like, oh, Cam, they call me Cam. We saved you the other room, which this like bedroom was detached from the house. It was almost like this whole separate like building.
Yeah.
And it was the bedroom, the bathroom, and then there was a sauna in there. And they're like, oh, we wanted to give you guys like the nicer room because in Hawaii, we drew names out of a hat of who got the nicer room. So they're like, oh, we were just like working it backwards. And I was like, oh, okay. So like in my head, I'm like, that makes sense. Not, oh, they were doing that because I was going to be proposed to. And so everything was fine that day. We like went to some grocery stores in the area. Iceland's just like interesting. People are like really mean out there.
Really?
Yeah. They really just don't like people, but our like landlord of the house was incredibly nice. His daughter was super nice. There's a barn behind the house. So there were horses. We played with the horses. I actually got nibbled on by accident by a horse because I was trying to feed it a carrot. They're barn cats too. So these cats would come to the door and we would let them into the house. Our friend Rachel doesn't like cats, but she still like listened and like let him in because of us. So that was the kind of the first day. And then the second day was Sunday. And this was the day he proposed.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. So we woke up really early because we had to drive 4 hours away. So we went to this like ice cave. I'll pull up some like pictures and stuff. So
you had to drive 4 hours to where you were going?
Where we were going for this like ice cave tour. So it was in a glacier. And fun fact, actually, the glacier since last year has like receded by like hundreds of feet. Damn. So we thought it was going to be this like big thing that you can like walk into. Instead, we had like hard hats on. We were like kind of like ducking and crawling a little bit. Nevertheless, it was beautiful. So the whole time my friends were doing like different things, like I said. So that morning I woke up, I wasn't going to wear makeup, and Heather, shout out Heather, came into my room and she saw I wasn't wearing makeup. So she went to to the girls.
Bitch, you better put on that makeup.
I would have been pissed. So she went back to the other girls. And one of them called me and was like, hey, do you have a setting spray? And I was like, you guys are wearing makeup? Like, we are? She's like, yeah, I don't want to like look tired in the pictures like we did yesterday. And I was like, oh, okay. Not thinking obviously what was going to happen. And then the day before, myself, Heather, and then one of our other friends, Rachel, like we all get our nails done by the same girl. So they were like, oh, like, let me see your nails. So we all went like this. And then the boys put in their hands. So I have a picture of all, like, then they were like, oh, take a picture. So I have a picture of all of our hands. And then, of course, after I got engaged, they were like, remember when we told you to do that? Because we wanted an after picture of like a ring on your hand after.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't pick up on that stuff. But so we got to the ice cave. It was beautiful. We went to this place called Diamond Beach beforehand, which was really pretty. I'm going to see if I can pull that up for you. This is the group. We were hiking. So we took this caravan almost. And
where is this?
This is at this point like walking to the ice caves.
Okay.
So we took a caravan and it was super bumpy, and then you can kind of see like we're walking into the glaciers at this point. Before that, because of my helmet, like my hair was like kind of like giving me a beard, and my friend Marissa was like, oh no, let me fix that. But this is like stuff that they would do normally.
Yeah.
So I didn't really think anything of it. And then we pull up to this like area where there's a waterfall. And meanwhile, like Heather's husband ran up to like the tour guide to be like, hey, he wants to do this. Can you point out like a really good spot? And so we get to this like waterfall area, and we're taking pictures like we had been the whole time. And Nick looks like he's like about to walk away. And I was like, no, like they're still taking pictures of us, meaning like Heather, Marissa, like my friends.
Right.
And he was like, oh, they are? And then all of a sudden he goes down. And I think he's fixing his shoes. So I was like, are you kidding me? Like, they're taking pictures. I'm like pissed because I thought he was fixing his shoes. And then all of a sudden proposal words started coming out.
Oh,
and then,
no. Did he like grab your hand?
No, he just like got down on the knee and like I see
And
him
then
like pulling it out.
Like, but are you scolding him at this point because you think he's tying his shoe?
Yes, I'll show you the video. So I'm over here like smiling for the pictures, and I'll do the play-by-play because you guys can't see it. And I'm like, what are you doing? And then he's like, Camilla, I love you. And then all of a sudden I'm like, holy shit.
Wait. Pause. Pause on the face.
Right there. Like, look at that face. Shocked. So I'm because
shocked.
I'm scanning all my friends at this point because all of them are like this. And I'm like, holy fuck, I think this is happening right now. And so then he grabbed my hand for like a second. And then I like pull it away because I was like, what is going on? And then I immediately like Kim Kardashian, like ugly cry.
See, that right there is a cool picture by itself with the background and everything.
Because we were like in a glacier, and the
Yeah.
top of the glacier is actually like that ice is almost 1,000 years old, which is crazy.
That's wild.
So yeah, I didn't even pay attention to the ring, and then all of a sudden, like as I'm crying, my friends are at every angle, mind you. Like you could see the shock again.
Like that's the best.
Because like I have like one friend, like this one was from Heather's, so this was like Heather's perspective. Let me see if I can pause it on it. Like it's a little blurry right now, but
yeah. And look at Nick.
He's like smiling.
Fucking happier than a pig in swill right there.
So like I have all my friends, and it's like one here, one here, one here. Like they're catching all of the angles of it.
Right.
And yeah. So then he asked, and after he put the ring on, I like finally looked down, and then I go, oh my God, it's so pretty. And then that was kind of it. And yeah, just a lot of sobbing and crying. And
oh, that's cool though.
I'll
especially where it is, and like your friends were all there except me, you know.
I know.
I'm just kidding.
No, but really though. So this was the hand picture after that we took. I'll show you. So we went to this place called Diamond Beach, which they have like
holy shit.
Huge pieces of glaciers. In the wintertime, it's like insane. But in the summer, like it starts to melt down.
Right.
So meanwhile, this was before he proposed. I have videos from my friends being like, T-minus like whatever hours until it happens. And then like while they were taking this picture, one of the other friends was like, oh, you're holding a big rock, but you're about to get a big rock. And like things like that I just.
They said that to you?
No, they said it like,
okay.
to their phone.
I was going to say like that's a dead fucking giveaway.
Yeah, no. And so like another example is, I wonder if I can find it. And it's kind of cute. You can see like all my friends like rush me and they're looking at the ring and whatever else. It's really cute. There's a video. I wonder if I can find it quickly. But like throughout the whole time, right there. So like we're driving, and that's my friend Marissa. I'm knocked out in the back, but they're all like saying stuff and like really excited in it. But I'm like, I had no idea. So like, yeah, I had no clue. And
you like genuinely like, all right, so be for real.
Yeah.
When you were, cause y'all went to Hawaii last year. So when you were going on this trip, did you even think?
No.
Nothing.
No, because we talked. So Nick said, he was like, I listened to your podcast and we were talking about whether or not it would happen this year. And I said, I thought so in the beginning, like, if you had asked me in like December or January of like December last year, January this year, I had said, yes, I thought it would happen. But by the time I'm 30.
Right.
And then as the year went on, I was like, you know what? Like a lot of new changes. Like we were living together for less than a year. So I was like, maybe he'll wait until we've been together, like living together for like a year.
Right.
We got the cat. There was just like new things. So in that podcast episode, I was like, I thought so, but like, I don't think it's happening this year. If it does, like probably like either near my birthday or like next year, like early next year.
Yeah.
And so he was listening to it and obviously laughing because he had the ring already.
I was going to say, I remember the episode, but I don't remember when it came out. It'd be interesting. Like
no idea
when it came out, and it probably was around the same time then.
Probably.
Or like he might have just got it.
Probably.
Weird manifestation.
I know.
So you're engaged before 30.
I'm engaged before 30. Funny how that worked out. Yeah, so then the rest of the trip was fine, and I was with a lot of my like elementary, middle school friends.
Mm-hmm.
And Iceland is like bananas though. So this was, I think, not the next day, but the day after. We go into this town because we're like getting ready to go explore for the day, and we left one friend behind at the house because she wasn't feeling great. She hadn't slept the night before, so she's at this Airbnb that's huge by herself. And we go into the town, and all of a sudden we see like lights on the street, and we're like, that's weird. We stopped at a church. One of my friends, like her husband wanted coffee, so we were like, we're stopping into this town just for this. We like actually went backwards for this. We get back to the road hoping to like just go through. There's cops now. Mm-hmm. They close down the roads. There's one way. So Iceland is like one road that goes all the way around. The way that we need to go back on our route and also to get back home, which is an hour, is this way. They close it because winds were so strong that it pushed someone off of an edge.
No.
So the winds were, what they said was, the equivalent in miles per hour is 120 miles an hour because it was in between two mountains. So meanwhile, Heather's like, let's go through it. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. And because other people were kind of like going through it. Yeah. So otherwise we would be stuck in this random city while our one friend is home alone in a different country.
Who was home alone?
Our friend Rose.
Oh man, she probably had the time of her life.
She was home alone in a house where it's all like windows, so you can kind of just see blatantly right through it.
That's
so we're
dope.
like,
although it does kind of give you the vibe of Human Centipede.
Oh my gosh, yeah, no, true. But like, so we were all like, I was like, I kind of want to go. I know I'm scared, like something might happen, but like, we were all just like, maybe we should push it. And then when Heather like called me and she's like, yeah, like he will not let us through, even though he let some people through for whatever reason. We had to book a hotel room for that night. $330 for one friend. I think Heather spent like $350. I spent $230 for like 2 single beds.
Jeez.
Yeah, but we made the best of the adventure and found a bar and went to like a lava show, and it was really cool. And looking back on it now, it was like fun, but at the time I was stressed.
Rose got to chill the whole night by herself.
The whole night. We saw her the next day and we were like, Rosie, you okay? And she's like, I'm okay. I was worried about you guys.
Yeah, she's probably she had that big ass place.
She cleaned the house. Like she had nothing else to do. She cleaned the Airbnb. She folded laundry.
Wow, that's probably a lot of like relaxation for her,
probably, to be honest, and she kind of needed it if you know her. So so we did that, then we came back, we went to really, really pretty, there's a waterfall called Skagafoss. It's a really beautiful, let's see if I can find like a good picture of it.
Oh wow,
it's stunning, it's so pretty. It's a huge waterfall. There's cows everywhere. There's sheep everywhere. We went to this thing called the Troll House, which you can actually walk inside, and it's like fully, like it's just rocks everywhere.
I should have given you my drone.
Honestly,
man,
I'm like, a drone shot would be sick over here. That's the Skagafoss. It was just beautiful. We went to a geyser where it like blew up on the boys. You can see Nick's face right there.
Zoom it.
Look at him terrified because the geyser just blew up on him. And yeah, so the geyser like exploded. It was really cool.
Oh shit.
We went to a crater. We went to, instead of Blue Lagoon, which is like the thing to do over there, we went to Sky Lagoon because apparently if you go to Blue Lagoon, one, it actually like destroys your hair. So locals were like, yeah, I had a friend go and it like, she had to cut like, it was down to here. She cut it up to here because it destroyed it. And also people get like itchy after getting out of it for whatever reason. So we went to Sky Lagoon, which it's not as touristy.
Yeah.
And it was super pretty. You're just in a lagoon, and they have like a swim up or like whatever walk up little bar. So we all got drinks and we were in the lagoon. It's obviously very cold, but you're like in the water, so it's not bad. You're actually pretty comfortable. They had a whole like ritual, kind of like you go into a sauna, you go do like a salt scrub on your body, and then you go do a steam room. Mm-hmm. Then we went out to a dinner that night, and then the very last day we went to, it was a Viking dinner where
Nice.
you can try, like, you can eat just like normal foods. But I was like, I'm in another country. I need to try something that I've never had before.
Yeah.
So I tried fermented shark. 10 out of 10 would not recommend.
Really?
It was vile.
Like, was it in like a soup or something? Or
No,
it
it's just a little piece this big.
Okay.
And you chew it, and it's so pungent. And then, like,
is it chewy?
it's just chewy.
Yeah.
You can't actually break it down. So they said as you chew it, it exerts like more flavor. And then whenever you're done, you throw it back with this like shot, and it almost looked like Everclear. Or it tasted like Everclear. It was just like rubbing alcohol. So I did that. The shark was gross, but I tried it, and I'm happy I tried it.
Check that off the list.
Yeah, literally. This episode is sponsored by our friends over at Be a Nice Human.
We don't agree on much on this podcast, but one thing we do agree on is our love for the Be a Nice Human brand.
Their streetwear includes hoodies, beanies, t-shirts, socks, and more to choose from with the simple phrase, Be a Nice Human.
Head over to beanicehuman.me and use the promo code HATETHAT. That's H, the number 8, THAT for 10% off your order.
And remember, you can still be a badass and be a nice human. Yeah, and the food was good. We saw the Northern Lights the very last day we were there. This is the friend group, the girl group.
That's dope. They don't really know what it is, right?
It's like electromagnetic currents.
That's fucking like so crazy.
Isn't that crazy? I thought of you. I was like, I wish I like knew cameras more to like be able to capture things.
Man.
Like,
yeah.
it's so cool. The universe works in like really cool ways. And then when we were leaving the airport, leaving to go to, my phone just died. Leaving to go to the airport.
My phone's on 1%.
Yep.
Good thing you got the reaction video out of the way.
I know. So when we were leaving to go to the airport and we got to the airport to come back home, there was a rainbow like over the airport, which I thought was really cool because we waited days and days to find the Northern Lights, and then we found it the last night before we left from our house. Some people were in the hot tub and they saw it, and we were all taking pictures and everyone was going nuts over it. And then there was a rainbow before we left, and that's kind of it. That's my whole Iceland trip. Oh, by the way, by the time we got back after getting engaged, once again, Heather and her husband's just a fast driver, so they bolted home, and then my friends Marissa and George stalled. And they like went to go get gas and whatever else. So when I got back, they had set up a like balloons, and then like he popped. He put a ring on it. I think there was like a banner that said he put a ring on it, and it was like engaged in like bubble balloons and like streamers.
That's
and
nice.
they put up like this like row. Or this like banner, and it had like pictures of us, and it was really cute, and they did a great job. And they got me a fiance, like spelled like Beyonce, but fiance, Essential 2023 sweatshirt. It was really cute. It was really cute.
Guess what reel's dropping today?
The Beyonce. Yeah, so they were just great, and I felt really like loved. So it was cute.
See, and you say people don't plan like birthday shit for you.
So that's
like,
why. So that's why it had meant so much. I had said this like after, because there was some stuff that had happened, but like normally, like things like that don't typically happen, and it's only because I think my birthday falls on like a weird time. I've said this from the beginning. It does. It's like it's 5 days before, 5 days before Christmas Eve. So like it's hard for some people. So like meanwhile, I like helping significant others like plan things. I like doing things for my friends, or like being like, hey, like even if I can't like do something, I'm like, hey, what do you want to do? Like, where do you want to go for your birthday? And like I'll ask that kind of stuff. It meant like so much that they had done that, and it was really cute and really sweet. And last Christmas, like when we were doing our Christmas swap, like our Secret Santa, they had like pulled out a cake on my birthday, which was really cute, like for my birthday, which was really cute. So I had said that between like that and then obviously this, like it had meant a lot because I don't typically get that kind of stuff for my birthday. So between those two, it just meant a lot. Yeah.
Now they all knew
before.
It's not like Nick had to like pull them aside while y'all were there.
They all knew.
They knew beforehand.
They all knew. Yep. Except for me. He hid the ring in a shoe that was in like one of those containers that have like a shoe in different, each like little cubby thing, one of those plastic ones. Mm-hmm. He hid it in there since July or June, and I never saw it.
He could have hid it in your car and you would have never found it.
Shut up. So it was funny because he took my parents out back in July, like near their anniversary. And I was like, when did you do it? And we were watching my friend Marissa's, like her dog and then her sister's 2 dogs. Remember when I was watching 3 dogs? Yeah. It was a Sunday morning. And he was like, I think I'm going to go to the gym. And I was like, he never goes to the gym this early. I'm like, fucking finally. Because he like never goes to the gym, period, at this point. So I was like, oh, can I come with? And he's like, nah, I kind of just want to do a solo. And I thought it was weird, but I was like, it's fine. Like, I didn't really, like, take it to heart. I was just like, whatever. I'll sleep in. Cool. And that was the day he went to go meet up with my parents.
Wow.
Yep, to ask
Did
for
you get
permission.
any details on that interaction?
Yeah, so they met up. My mom said, you can't come to the house because Camilla has a Ring doorbell, so she's going to see you at the house. So we got to go somewhere. So they went out for breakfast. I know, right? So they went out for breakfast. My dad like didn't really know what was going on initially when he first texted my mom to be like, hey, I want to talk to you and your husband. Yeah. He like didn't really know. And my mom was like, I think he wants to ask like if he can marry Camilla. And he was like, so what do I say? And my mom was like, yeah, like, you know, like, don't be like so hard. And then after like a few days later, he's like, I think I'm going to say this and this. And my mom's like, whatever. So like, he like loves Nick. So it was funny that he even said that. But then they go out and like, he's like, he said he wasn't nervous for this part. And he was just like talking to them. And my dad said, if you break my daughter's heart, I'll break your legs. So there's that.
That's what dads are for.
There's that. And that's it. Yeah. So I guess it was a good interaction. And
so moms knew the whole time.
Mom was like, literally on my way here, she's like, I wanted to tell Joe. And Nick told me not to tell anybody, to keep it a secret. Well, but I wanted to tell at least one person. And I knew Joe. I knew I could tell Joe.
That's like, fair. But it is, and I would never have said anything to anybody. But like, it's one of those things where for Nick, the fewer people, the fewer fucking chances of something slipping.
He was so nervous about me just finding out, period. So
didn't we? I mean, we just had a whole episode about weddings and marriage and shit because you guys had his cousin and we had Brendan and Margaret's wedding. Yeah. And we had a whole thing about like
weddings.
You're going to do a destination wedding in Italy and we're going to do the Macarena.
It still hasn't even like hit me yet.
That's
kind of thing.
Crazy.
It's so weird. I like went to go get my lashes done today and they were like, oh my God, so you have a fiance. And I was like, I have a fiance. Like, it's not a boyfriend anymore.
All right, so that brings up another question. Now that you're in, like, it's not your boyfriend, it's not your husband. The same goes for Nick on this. Yeah. Do you say that intermediary? Do you say fiance?
Yeah, I guess the word's there for that reason. You say fiance.
I guess so. I don't know. I would feel weird.
I mean, this is going to be an adjustment now, being like, oh, it's my fiance, not my boyfriend. It's gonna be an adjustment. But people always say that it's an adjustment, and then when you get married, it's an adjustment to not say husband or to not say fiance and say husband at that point. So
right, because you're just gonna get
prepare for another wedding.
What the
break out your bow ties.
No, come on. If you do, I'm not going. I'm not fucking going.
I added the Macarena to the playlist. I already started making a little.
I haven't known you long enough. Like Brendan and I've known for like almost 20 years. I had to wear a bow tie. I haven't known you fucking long enough. If you do the bow tie thing,
I'm dead.
Also, I don't have to be in it, so I can wear whatever the fuck I want. I can wear this. I can wear jorts.
You don't wear jorts, period.
I have them somewhere.
Do you really?
Probably have them all the house.
Oh,
I used to rock shorts.
Of course you did.
You're cool.
Of course you did.
All right, so timeline, like what is ideal for y'all?
It would be too soon to do it next year, so it would be fall 2025.
Okay, cool.
So we got like a year and 3 quarters.
Can we do a live episode?
Coming at you live from my wedding.
I'll set up the thing, and then we'll just do it like the Jake Paul wedding, where I just set it up, and then people just randomly come and sit down.
Wait, that would be so cool, though. I want my wedding to be cool. I have like ideas. I don't want it to be traditional. I don't want a dinner. Like I don't want like a formal dinner.
Yeah.
I want to have. I've built relationships with like food trucks. I want them there, and I want you to be able to go to like a line and be like, you know what? I want a pizza, and I want a taco, and I want Iggy's clam, like I don't know, chowder. Like I want people to be able to like go grab things.
So you're not doing a destination wedding? You lied.
Well, like I mean, I could still. My mom like really doesn't want me to because my dad doesn't have family here, so his friends are his like family. Yeah. And she was like, I don't know if they would come. Blah 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 blah.
No, that's the point. But like, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't guarantee myself to go either, depending on where it is.
Yeah. So it might just really end up being like here somewhere. But
I mean, there's plenty of nice venues around here.
I wouldn't want anything. And my mom was like, Newport. And I was like, no, Newport. I don't want Newport. And then she was like, what about like a vineyard? And I was like, I don't like wine. And then she's like, hotels? And she's like, but hotels are expensive. And I was like, nah, that's like not my thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm thinking like a brewery and then like decorating it to be what I want it to be. That's at fair. A brewery.
What the fuck is the one?
I want to go to Treehouse.
Rhodes is nice though.
I've never been there.
Rhodes, it's I don't know how much I'm assuming it's fairly expensive, but it is nice because the bar is like right out front.
The Rhodes on the Patuxent. Yeah,
that is a nice venue.
I had my senior prom there. It is pretty.
I'm assuming it's probably like maybe pricey.
Probably. I think my dad like severely underestimates what weddings cost because I got home and my mom was like, oh, like how much, like what are you looking to do, like whatever, and I was like, well, my friend Molly's getting married and like. Baseline just for venue, so this is not including food, DJ, flowers, nothing, just venue is $30,000.
Oh my!
And she has like less than 100 people coming. Less.
Oh no.
$30,000, and my dad wants 25,000, 20 to 25 for the whole entire wedding, and I'm like, I don't know if that's feasible, but I'm gonna try.
Listen. Where there's a will, there's a way. Okay.
Just gonna have to use my influencer stuff.
Hey, you never know.
If I make you a video about my wedding, can you please?
Well, again, that is something where it's you could do that.
I know theoretically
you could include it. I think that aspect is probably easy. I think the venue is probably a little bit of the
hard part.
Yeah.
I'm thinking if I do it at a brewery, it might be, and that's kind of what I wanted to do, period. I can't show you actually.
Okay.
I'll show you later the inspo behind it. But I do think it would be cheaper. And then I've built relationships with these food trucks that I would hope that they wouldn't charge an arm and a leg to me. Like, to like, be
probably
there.
not.
Like, I would maybe have like 3 to 4 so that they all can like, be busy kind of thing.
Right.
Or like maybe they'll be like based on what you like, based on how many people come to each of us, like we'll charge you by that. Like I don't know how they would do it, but I want to talk.
I'm sure there will, depending on the crowd. I'm sure if you had like 3 to 4, because we want them to be busy enough. I'm sure that they'll get enough.
Yeah, I'm thinking like a vegan option for like vegan gluten-free like pianta for like those people, like for the people who can't have it. I'm thinking something like maybe seafood, a pizza, and like a Mexican, and then that's it.
Yeah.
So it's like 4 things. I don't know. My mom's already like, so what do you want to do? I'm like, I've been engaged for a week.
Listen,
I've been home for 24 hours.
Mom's been.
She's been itching.
She has
to talk about it.
But she's been like. So wait, where the fudge did you go? Where did you go when I went to the Duncan
thing?
Water fire thing and met Moms?
Wedding.
You were at a wedding
California.
in California. Okay. And that was when?
July.
Had he already was it
July
before you guys watched the dogs before you went to California?
No, when we got back.
Okay.
Because it was like 2 days after. I remember we were like, oh, this was like a lot to do, like as soon as coming back. So it was when we came back.
Okay.
But at that point, he had already bought the ring.
Gotcha. Okay.
He just didn't know if he was going to do it, what was going to happen, like when.
Well, he had to like live with you like full time for a period of time to see
how it would pan out.
Yeah, bless his heart. I mean, Bless
I'm
his
a
heart.
catch. I'm a good person.
You
I
are-
pay my taxes.
I'm a good person. I pay my taxes. No, you are. It's just, but he, bless his heart. And there's nothing wrong with me saying bless his heart.
Can
okay?
I see your finger real quick? Let me see your pinky, because I think that's the only thing. Look at how nice that looks. It's so beautiful.
I mean, that is a nice ring.
He did good.
He did great.
Yeah.
I don't want to get it nasty.
No, it's okay. I mean, it's been in the ice. Fun fact: Iceland. You turn on the hot water, it smells like sulfur, so it smells like rotten eggs. All the hot water, unless you stay at a hotel where they fix it. But like the hot water naturally in Iceland smells like sulfur.
Interesting.
AKA rotten eggs.
The only thing I knew about Iceland was from D2 The Mighty Ducks, Team Iceland.
It was great. Great movie.
And the Zac Efron show on Netflix.
Oh, I never watched that.
Down to Earth. I think like the first episode or something, season 1, they went to Iceland. I'm pretty sure it was Iceland. And they did like a whole bunch of things. I was like, oh, it looks cool. I didn't know shit about Iceland.
It is cool. Right now is Northern Lights season. I packed appropriately, which was great because obviously it's cold. From the months of like March to like August, I think it is puffin season, which is not Northern Lights season. So you have to choose one of the two. Mm-hmm. You want to go during Northern Lights season or you want to go during puffin season. Puffins are like, they're like penguin. Can you pull it up on your phone? Because I can't do it on my
People should know what a puffin is.
Do you know what a puffin is?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm not fucking
They're so
simple.
cute. They're so cute. They're adorable. What? Did my mom text you?
Brendan.
Did he really?
He asked if we filmed the next podcast today.
Yeah, because they were waiting. They were like, I saw Margaret.
Do it. Put your hand out. I gotta send him the picture. He knows, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Margaret told him. It was so funny.
Was he
They
there?
saw him, no, just Margaret. But she was like, Joe doesn't know, right? And I was like, no. And she's like, good thing I didn't tell him when I saw him on Saturday because she had seen you at Julie's event or whatever day was Julie's event.
She already knew?
She knew at that point. I FaceTimed her the same day
I
that
saw it Thursday.
The same day that I FaceTimed you to like be like, fuck.
You motherfucker. And so you
FaceTimed
told
her.
Margaret and you didn't tell me.
I mean, I like, you were the second person that I called after Gabby.
But
I had to wait. I couldn't tell you, but I was
it's better
just like,
that you did it on the podcast.
I was like, how is crumble cookies? And you're like, yeah, you watched the video. And I was like, I did.
I figured y'all were just busy because, I mean.
Why do you think I would call? I mean,
I
would
did
text.
But I thought you called me on a Monday, and I thought it was just because I posted. You usually will call, if I do the video and post it, you call me.
I know.
So I didn't think anything of it, and I was like, oh, did you watch the end? Because I picked the peaches and cream.
I hadn't finished the end, but
Right.
I wanted to call you for that reason. And then I would have like.
And then y'all were like, he was in the van, and then your other friends were in.
Marissa and George were in the front.
They were in the front. And I said
Nick
hi,
was like
and
anxiously trying.
I was like, and you all fucking knew.
And the whole time, like Nick's like, do you tell him? Do you tell him? I was like, I got to do it on the podcast. I have
good
to
for
do
you
it.
for waiting.
I just want to see his reaction, like in person, because we just had this conversation of whether or not this would happen this year. So I was like, I need to see him, and you are the sole reason why I haven't posted. Because I didn't want to ruin it. And I mean, you never go on social media anyways, but just in case you did.
I do. But honestly, the way Instagram works too, the people that I actually follow, I don't ever see their shit anyway.
Fair.
So
There's now I'm posting tomorrow because I was like, I waited this. My mom was like, can you post so I can tell my friends? And I was like, I got to tell Joe.
Well, I appreciate that. That's really, that warms my heart. Even though oh my God, dude. One of the reels that got made was when we played the game. What the fuck was the game we were playing? Oh, Unpopular Opinions.
Yeah.
And it was the marriage one.
I know.
That was one of the reels that got made.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was it? It was like unpopular opinion, marriage doesn't solve anything or something like that?
It was marriage no longer works. And I said I agree. And then
I was like, I disagree.
You disagree. Oh, man. Maybe I should time when that one gets posted. Because you talked about your parents and you have a different perspective. My parents got divorced. Yours are still together. So you have a different perspective. On it. But that is funny because that's one of the reels that got made, and I had
the universe just works in weird ways. So it's funny because back in early January, before I got the call back, I had said that I thought 2023 was going to be a really good year. I had this weird feeling.
Yeah.
And then I ended up getting the call back. And it was just, I just had a good feeling about 2023. And 2023 started off with something really fucking cool.
Yeah.
And it's ending with something pretty fucking cool. I mean, unless there's another cool thing that's happening after this. But I mean, it could be by the thing.
Well, I mean, there's been a lot of big things. There's the thing to kick off the year. Then you guys moved in together.
I mean, it's been like a world.
And we started this.
I mean,
say, I got to throw that in there.
2023 was like, for reals though, 2023 was dope. Like I started off with that. We moved in together. We started this. Like, I think I got Duncan on for like the full year. Like I had some other things that happened in between. Like I've been doing more dirty water work. It's like, I think I found like a solid, like my solidified group of friends now. Like I feel good about it. Like, I lost a cat, unfortunately, but I happened to find a cat that like plopped into out of nowhere that looks like my first cat with the date of birth of my second cat. And it's like, then I get engaged and now something's coming out in November and like, who knows what's going to happen with that. And it's like,
right.
2023 has been, knock on wood, it's been pretty cool.
It has been.
Yeah.
And now you just got to cap off the year by coming on the Christmas crawl.
And then that's it. Not a bad way to end your 30s.
H3 Homer. We'll say it's for your birthday, but it's also the Christmas crawl. Okay. That would be the way. I mean, you want to ride out the year on top.
I do know a lot of your friends at this point.
That go cheese on the crawl. Well, cheese. That's probably it.
That's it.
you met Mike.
I know Mike.
Mike and cheese.
Mike and cheese. Mike and I aren't close though.
But I met
Mike at Stop and Shop.
Right, you've met him, but you've also met him at my.
But I met him.
But I had all my other people at my birthday last year.
True.
But like,
so they know
because everybody's segregated. Like everybody's in like their own like group.
Yeah.
That there wasn't a lot of cross mingling.
Yeah.
But whatever. They're all there, I think. Most of them.
I can't wait to show/send my mom the video reaction of you. So
when you said you were doing the behind the scenes, I'm like, okay, yeah, like get some clips.
It's
but
smart.
like you're sitting there for like, and I'm like, and I didn't want to be rude, but I'm like, is she done? Like this isn't a good enough clip. This is gonna be like you just like what the fuck?
Now you know why.
But I do actually think surprised.
I do think we should do behind the scenes for the record. I think that's
so it wasn't all for nothing. Like I genuinely think we should do behind the scenes. The red dot's on, right? We usually do that right in the beginning. Can you imagine? Ooh.
It would have been so
Moms would have been fucking pissed.
Pissed, but that's okay.
Man, well.
So I talked a lot throughout this episode, but we're pretty much done with this episode.
That is perfect time. So shout out to you. Shout out to Nicholas.
Shout out to Nicholas.
Shout out to moms and dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. This will be a fun wedding. I hope.
No, it'll be
in
fun.
2025.
I'm like, damn, it's gonna be like almost 2 years away, but everything's booked. Like my friends were looking, and it like who had just gotten engaged like a month ago. My mom's like, you didn't even look yet, but it's like, if I do it, then I'm gonna have to settle for a date that I potentially don't want, or I'm not gonna get my first pick of like a makeup artist or a this or that. Like
you're better off
pushing it out, which sucks, but then I don't have to rush. I don't have to be stressed. Like I can actually enjoy this process and not be like Bridezilla.
I think more so, like lately, a lot of people have been doing like the 2 year.
Really?
In between. I feel like a lot of people have been doing the 2 year. Well, COVID fucked it up. Yeah.
Because like people had to automatically push out their dates a year in advance. So it just really screwed everything over. But
I think that a year and a half to 2 years is like a year is tough.
It's like
12 months is tough.
Yeah, it's a short period of time to try to get everything that you want done.
Right.
But I'm excited for it. This will be like technically, so like my friend Marissa had gotten married and she got like married during COVID. And her like bridal group was a lot of like people from like work, school, her family, like her cousins, her sister. Mm-hmm. But it was very small. It was a smaller wedding. And then Heather got married in Hawaii, which was absolutely beautiful. Shout out Heather. And it was with like our friend group. Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping that we'll see what happens, but put a wedding together where it's like the traditional wedding where I can like have all my friends like in the bridesmaid dresses and we can do like cute pictures together and like have the like I don't know.
I mean, how many people do you think are gonna be on your 20.
We talked about this.
I know, but I don't remember.
I think it's like 7. I think
7.
I think
That's
7. Yeah,
that's a lot. But again, it's hard because when you can't cut people out.
No, and like I mean, I just went with like that friend group to my other like they're like a set group,
right?
So then I add in like the few like I'm gonna say stragglers. They're not stragglers, but like the people that aren't like in that friend group. So like Gabby's my best friend and my cousin. Like,
Sure.
So it's like the people that weren't in that friend group, but everyone knows them.
Right.
My friend Nalanda, like you met Nalanda. So it's like people like that who they weren't in my friend group per se, but I've been friends with them like either just as long, more, whatever than that friend group. So yeah.
Can't wait.
Wedding in 2025.
And we're gonna do it. We're gonna set up the whole thing.
I'm ready.
I'm gonna have different people sit down.
There's going to be a caricature guy, and then there's going to be you with the podcast setup.
I think that would be dope because they did that for like, I don't know if it was just like a scam thing, but when Jake Paul got married, like I think they had like Impulsive.
I would love to do that because it's a way of like getting your like friends and family to like come on and be like, I'm so excited for the wedding. I just ate grilled cheese and PB&Js, and like then they like go on their merry way. Or, like, send a little love message.
The wedding episode. I'll just sit there and just have different people like fucking roll up. I think that'll be hilarious.
Wait, that would be sick though. I want a non-traditional wedding, so whatever that means, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Oh, fucking here we go.
I have an idea of an engagement video that if you ever want to do it with you, as soon as you started saying you had so much on your plate, I was like, fuck.
Well, it depends on when and.
We got almost 2 years to figure it out.
Oh, okay. This isn't something you need like as part of your post to the world.
No. But just like maybe within the next few months or something, if you have time. But then again,
you have an idea for it?
Yeah. I've had this idea for a long time. I was actually very surprised. You know what's funny is that for like months, I've had this idea. And I was like, oh, I should tell Joe about it. And I was like, no rush. Like I'm not engaged.
I mean,
it's like to a song and it's like playful and fun. And then at the end, I want to be like, we're getting married. Like,
okay. I'm sure I could squeak something out for you. I'll make it the
my
exception.
wedding gift. My early wedding gift.
That's just your wedding gift. You'll forget in 2 years. You'll be like, this motherfucker.
It's like it's like when I buy Nikki like Christmas gifts, but then I give it to him before that. And then I'm like, it's for his birthday. And it's like his birthday comes and I was like, well, he can't have nothing for his birthday.
Yeah, right. You'll forget. You'll be like, this motherfucker cheap asshole.
Like, comment, share, subscribe. Shout out to Providence Diamond because
hey, there you go.
Shout out to Crazy Neon. Shout out to Skylar Batz from Studio 121. Shout out to Be a Nice Human. Shout out to Joseph. Shout out to Crumble Cookies. Shout out to Iggy's.
Shout out to the world. Shout out Heather.
Shout out Heather, who's going to be watching this episode. I love you so much. We actually got matching rings together. We got lava rings together.
That's cute. It's better than a tattoo.
Actually, Nick got a tattoo in Iceland with her husband. It's adorable.
Is it matching?
No, it's not matching.
I was going to say that's... I was going to judge you, Nicholas, but I knew you were better than that.
Her husband got the Nordic compass, which I actually didn't know what that was, but it's like to always find your way back home.
Okay.
And it's in the shape of like a honeycomb outline. And then Nick got on his leg, he has already this like star with like a shooting star, and it says woo. And he got a rocket ship with 3 stars and a moon. I'll show you a picture later.
Cool.
That's it. All right. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I love that. I love that for us.
I love that for y'all.
Cute. All right. Until next time. Bye.
I do love that for y'all.